Hello guys and welcome back. So now it's time to start generating the images and saving them to Firestore. Okay, so in the last video we know that now we are able to sign in successfully with Google and then everything works. We can also log out. Okay, just a recap. Now let's start generating images. When you click here, we need to generate images here and save them, wallpapers, and save them to Firestore so that later on here we can just display the real wallpapers from the users of the application. Okay, so let's get started. First we're gonna need the package. So in the generation method here, let me just talk a bit about generating the images. Okay, so these images that you see here, these are all AI generated. I've generated these images with a Gemini. Okay, I can just go where on these wallpapers. Okay, these are the prompt that I used. I've given you these guys. You can go through it, and you can just prompt Gemini with the same. I don't know if it can generate the same. Okay, so first, before I wanted to build this, I wanted to use Gemini to be able to generate images here. Okay, but currently, as of today, it's 4th of November 2024. We don't have access to that Imagine model for Google. Okay, we don't have. I didn't find a way to get the API for that. Okay, otherwise we could have used that to generate these images. But what we do access to is stable diffusion, and then also ChatGPT. Okay, but for ChatGPT, the reason why I also did not use it in this course, because I currently do not have a paid version of ChatGPT. I need to have a paid version to be able to access the API. Okay, otherwise, if you want to see how you can generate images using the API with ChatGPT, there is also a lot of packages for that, and I've also done another course for ChatGPT generation. You can also see how to generate images with that. Okay, and then so we have options here. We have ChatGPT, and then later on, maybe if we have access to Gemini, I will maybe update this course in the future to add also how we can add images from Gemini. Right now, what we are going to use is Stability Image Generator, okay, which I believe uses Stable Diffusion. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that package. We're gonna minimize this and then come to paps.yml. We can minimize also this. Let's go up here. Let's search for the package stability image generator. I'm just gonna search for stability. So we're going to use this one. Okay, so it uses Stability API. Okay, so let's click on this one. So this is the package that we are going to use, which uses stability.ai. Okay, so it says generate images from text, high quality, more than 10 styles. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna also use the styles. Can add new style on your own. Okay, so we can also do this. Okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to get the API key from the original website. Okay, and then this is the method of how we can get that. So the first thing that we are going to do is to get the API key. Okay, so before we do this, let's do one thing first. Let's install the .flutter environment variables where we're going to store our API key. Okay, so what I would do is I'm just gonna search here again, Flutter. What is that package? Flutter.env. So yeah, it should be this one. So I'm gonna open it in a new tab so that I can go back and stay on this page. Now here we need to use this one. This is the one that we use to store our API key. Okay, so let's go on installation here, copy this, go back to our application. So we can close this. We don't need even the user info, profile screen, home screen, edit profile, authentication, home app bar. Let's remove the unused import. We can close this, save it. We can also close the constants, and then what we want to do is to open the create wallpaper, which is this one. Okay, now let's also go to the pubs.yml file and then paste this. So while we are also here, we can go back here and get this installation on the Stability AI. Copy this, come back to the application and then paste that. All right, let's configure the flutter.environment. Let's go back, come here. We gonna need to go to readme. Then down here, we need to add this in the assets folder. Okay, so we can copy this, or we can just go there and write it. So let me just copy it and come here, and then under assets here, down here, let's paste that. Okay, so now we have the .env file. So once we have this, we have to come here on the root of the project, right click here, create a new file. It's going to be .env. Okay, env. And then, so this is the file that we have created. So this one, I'm gonna just say it stability API key. Okay, stability API key. I need to remove all the spaces, and then like here, this is where I'm going to paste my stability API key. So you need to paste it directly. So I'm just gonna put some random text letters here. Okay, it's going to be something like this. Okay, like this. All right, so let's go back to pubs.yml file, and then let's save this, Control S or Command S on the Mac, so that the packages gets installed. Okay, so yeah, now once everything is installed here, we can close here. Now let's get the API key from Stability AI and then paste it here. So me come here and then come over here. Now here I need to go on the readme again, and then I need to create the API key here from the website. So I'm gonna right click here, open a new tab, then come here. So here you need to just create an account if you haven't already. I'm just gonna do that right now. Okay, so you need to click on get started. I've already created an account. I'm just going to log in with my account because it gives some free credits. That's what I want to use here. Okay, so let's go and get started, and then let's just wait. I'm sure, yeah, because I've already created an account, so it has already logged me into my account. So this is the images that I've already generated. I don't know why they are not loading here. Okay, but now you can see that I've only remained with 14 credits. So these are the images that I've generated, and then I don't know why this is not showing. So you can see that I've only remained with 14, but I think it will start with 20. So if we click on your profile here, you can see that to buy 1000 credits, it's only $10. So if you are creating a new account, you're probably going to have, I think, 20 here. That's what I started with. And then here is my API key that I've already generated. Okay, if you want to generate the API key, you just simply click on this button like this. It's going to ask you to confirm. Okay, and then once you confirm, you're going to have the API key like mine. So I've already created. I'm just going to cancel. This is my API key that I have here. Okay, so this is all you need to do to come to to Dream Studio by Stability AI, and then get the API key. So from here, that's where you're going to be buying the credits if they are finished. Okay, if you want to continue using this. Okay, so I'm just gonna simply copy this API key. Okay, so I've already confirmed to all of these. Okay, just gonna click confirm again. So I've copied the API key, and then next what I need to do is I just need to come back here, and then I'm going to paste my API key here. So you can go ahead and do that. So once I've pasted my API key here, without space, is just the stability API key, equal sign, and then the API key. That's it. So now we can close this and save it. That's all we need to do to configure stability AI. Okay. Now let's do the code now so that we can generate images. So what we need to do first, we need to go back to main.dat, and then let's initialize the environmental variable file here. Okay, so here I'm gonna say initialize the environmental variable file. Okay, it's going to be like that, and then we just need to import this flutter.end. So we need to import our package. Okay, what's the matter here? Yeah, we need to import this .env package. So like this, we have initialized this file in main.dat. Okay, now let's go ahead and create the code to generate the image. We need to go to wallpaper provider if we have created that provider already. Yeah, wallpaper provider. Let's create that method here. Okay, so maybe just here, let's create generate wallpaper from or let's say generate wallpaper with AI. Okay, so what we're gonna do is going to be the future, and then like I said, this is going to return the uint 8 list, this one. Okay, and then here what we're gonna do is just gonna say generate. So here we're gonna say generate with AI. Okay, and then here we will pass a string which is going to be a prompt. So let's just close that out so that the errors are gone. We want to pass a string which is a prompt, and then we're going to pass the image style, which is coming from the same package. Image is got what? Image AI style, which is image AI style. Okay, so inside here we need to generate, so that we can just simply minimize this and then go back to our package, and then see, you can see this is the method to generate. Okay, simply going to copy this. We can just copy that and then come back here, and then inside here we just want to paste that. Okay, so here the AI, we need to initialize that, and then we need to also get the API key. So here on the prompt, we want to pass our prompt, and then the AI, let's come back here and then just initialize the model. Okay, so final stability is what? It's not what the assistant is guessing, so it's stability. Okay, we can just copy it from here. What do we, yeah, this one here. Okay, let's just copy it, come back here, and then paste it here. Okay, that is the AI, and then also we need to get the API key. Okay, so let's get here stability API key. Stability API key is going to be final string API key. This is going to be come from the environment. So .env, and then we're going to call the stability API key, the one that we have called in the environmental variables. Don't forget that we named it stability API key. just make sure this word is the same as what we named it here, stability API key. Okay, we can close that. Now we have that, and then so just like this is how we are going to generate an image. Now after we generate an image, we need to show it here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that next. Down here we want to create a method which is now says generate wallpaper. Okay, generate wallpaper. Okay, generate wallpaper. So what we're gonna do is this one, let's say future. So this is going to have a future void. I'm just not that good in naming these. Okay, so also let's just close that so that the error goes. So this method is going now to pass these ones inside here. Let's pass the required, because this is going to be the main method that we're going to call inside this class. Okay, so let's say required prompt required, because this will pass them to here. Okay, image style, and then now here let's pass also required the function which will let us know that it has completed. Okay, required function on completed. So here on completed, let's return a string. Okay, sorry, let's put the brackets like that. Okay, then we can say, okay, what's going on here? I want to remove everything here and also these. Now we can Control S to format this. Okay, now down here we need to run this generate method. Okay, so first let's put it in a try catch block. Try catch. Okay, so here on completed we're going to return that error if it is we have an error, but also here we're going to set the loading is loading to false, and then we want to notify the changes. I think that's all we need to do here. And then what else here in the try here, first we want to set the loading to true. Now here we want to create now the image. The image is going to equal to that. Okay, so this method now, as you can see, we are calling it, and then we're going to equal it to that image. Now we need to create a temporary file to store this image locally. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is let's do create a temp file. But now this, we're going to need some other packages to do this. Okay, so let's quickly install those packages. Let's minimize and then come here. So let's look for path provider. Okay, let's get this one, and then installation. You want to copy that, come here, paps.yml file, let's paste this, and then let's save. I think that's it for now. Let's just wait for it to finish. We can close this and then come back here. So here first we want to say final temp. Okay, temp file, but what we're gonna do here is okay, let's do temp directory. Okay, now here we want to await get application directory. Okay, now we need to import the package that we've just imported, path provider. Okay, get temporal directory. Okay, now here we want to say final file. This is going to equals to, yeah, now we need to create the final file here. So I want to make this unique a bit. Okay, so let's create a path where we are going to save it. what we're gonna do is we're going to say that, and then temp profile dot path, and then what I want to do is, yeah, I can say temp, and then maybe instead of just say temp, I want to make it unique. So maybe I can add also a timestamp here, or I can just leave it like this. I think it's still fine. Yeah, we'll save a temp profile here, or what we can do is we can say wallpaper like that, because this is just going to be a temporal, and then I can add a $, and then here create make it unique, say date time dot now, and then dot milliseconds since epochs.png. I can do something like this to make it completely unique. Okay, now after that we're gonna await file dot write bytes, and then we are going to write the image, this image that we got, to this file. Okay, then right after this we're gonna say that image file, to set that image file on top, this one, to the file which is this one. Okay, and then right after we do that we're gonna remove the loading. So okay, so remove loading. Okay, so we're gonna set that to false, and then call on completed. Also, before we notify changes, we want to say on completed, wallpaper generated successfully. Okay, then just like this is going to be our method to generate the wallpaper. Okay, now we can call this method in this screen, but I just don't want to call it just yet, because I don't want all my tokens to run out. That I want the time that I'm calling this, I will also save it to Firestore. Okay, I don't want to create it and then just delete it. Okay, because as you can see, I've got limited image generations until I buy more. Okay, so maybe to keep these videos short, let's end this right here. Right now we have just created the method to generate the image with to generate the wallpaper. Next we need to create the method to save the wallpaper to Firestore, and also the UI here, so that we can also add the to pick the style. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next video.